Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Savings Highway Global Mentors Club. This is one of the benefits of being a titanium or a platinum member, is you have businesses that other members don't have, and you have meetings with top leaders. I'm going to share my screen and show you just a couple of really cool things. You're all about to have your own platform for referring people for credit restoration, which is really amazing. You're going to get paid very well to help people to help their credit. And if you can see my screen, Keisha, can you see it?
Yes.
There we go. So everybody's going to have their own page like this. Okay. Kind of makes it engaging for you to go ahead and click on it. You see that? But we've got some great videos and a great page that's about to go up for you that you can use to share this with people. And as we roll this out, only titanium and platinum partners are going to be able to participate in the credit restoration at the beginning. We may open it up to golds after, and then maybe the general public, but only titanium and platinum members can use this as a business. So that's one of the pages. I also want to share with you just real quick another page here, which is going to be really cool, is we're about to really go into an international realm here. As many of you may know, if you've been watching us on Facebook, we've got a huge group of leaders that has started in one particular country, and now we've got other people starting other countries up. So one of the things we're going to do is we're going to come in here as people come to the website. One of the things that you get as a titanium and platinum, you get previews, you get to see the things first before anybody else, before they're even live. And this is what's going to happen is we're going to ask people, where are you from? Are you from the US or are you from another country? And if they're from another country, they're going to go into the funnels and the marketing for the travel and the opportunity. However, if they're in the US, then they're going to go into all of the opportunities that we have in the US. And especially like with the new titanium packages with dental, vision, legal, roadside, 24-hour telemedicine, teledoc, getting free will, a tax return done for you, financial advisement, and a free consultation with Keisha's team. I'm very excited about this because there's been companies out there that quite frankly haven't done a real great job of educating people, but they have still put on over 100,000 clients in the credit restoration space. And what we're going to do is really a titanium boulder. It's a cut above what you're going to be seeing with other companies that have been out there in this space. So with that, I want to introduce you, for those of you who have not met her yet, to our new friend and platinum and titanium mentor as well, Keisha Green. She's been in the space. She was in real estate, and she found that many years in real estate, so many people had challenges getting that home or getting a good rate. They got terrible rates. They had to pay $100,000, $200,000 more simply because their credit wasn't good. And she found such a need that she started working with people and has turned this into a full-time business. Now she has a full staff, and she has ramped them up to handle between 2,000 and 3,000 members a month onboarding for Savings Highway Global. So everybody, let's give a nice warm welcome for Keisha. And Keisha, why don't you tell us a little bit about what this is for, how is it going to help people, and what separates what we're doing with this hands-on approach and ongoing education from some of the other things that people might have seen out in the industry.
Absolutely, Steve. Thank you for the introduction. So just to really address the education piece and how important this is for consumers. For one, you guys have already created this great foundation of helping people to become debt-free. And a big part of helping people to become debt-free and alleviating that elephant off of their chest of debt and weight and bills and all of that is education. You have to educate them about what's out there. You have to educate them on how to live in a way where you can still enjoy all the amenities without necessarily having to pay full price for them, just a more conscious way of financially thinking. So with the credit repair education, it just kind of really piggybacks off of the foundation that you guys are already laying, in that when you know better, you do better. So a lot of times we find from consumer, these are educated consumers. These are consumers that make great money, but they're still coming to us. And it's like, I am so embarrassed to have to say this, but my credit is shot. I don't even know how it got to this point. Well, we know life happens. So you find yourself going through the motions, just trying to manage it and keep up. But if you're not educated about your rights, consumer rights, if you're not educated about collections, about charge-offs, about the need or not need for bankruptcies and foreclosures, you, before you know it, you're inundated in all of it and don't even remember how you got there. So the education piece, alongside of fixing their credit and then restoring their credit, it just all kind of goes hand in hand in creating a better financial picture for the consumers that we want to serve.
Yeah, that's excellent. And I want to also bring on one of our leaders, and he did such an amazing presentation last night. I caught it for our opportunity. It was just fantastic. Chris, you did phenomenal. And I have that recorded, and I'm going to edit that out, and we're going to make that available as part of our marketing system and part of our lead capture systems. But Chris was one of the guys, when we've only known each other about a year, and he's come on and done a phenomenal job with the company. And of course, he's a gentleman who's helped people become millionaires in this industry and has a great name. But Chris, if you could unmute, you were one of the guys that when you first came in, you said, Steve, you got a lot of great stuff here. And now we have even more with the dental, legal, roadside, all these great things. But you talked about the necessity for the credit restoration. And so could you talk a little bit about why this was important for you as far as helping people and also as far as making money?
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, first and foremost, man, I want to tip my hat to you, our CEO, who was open enough to listen and absorb not only that information, but literally took action on it and really helped to bring together what is taking place now. And they have a true champion, Keisha Green, right now, bringing the expertise to the table. It's just what we needed. You know, what I saw in it was that there were so many people that over the years I've been around business, they always had issues, including myself. You know, I was one of them as well, that because we made money, you know, instead of me probably putting $5,000 on a car, I had to put down $25,000 on a car. You know, my interest rate ended up being on one automobile 20-some%, but because I was getting $1,000 from that company to help pay the car note, to me, it kind of offset that balance a little bit. But I would have preferred to have my credit in alignment. And then, so we had to search for people to do credit repair. And every time we found somebody, you know, it was $1,000 or more in order for somebody to effectively attempt to do anything. And some people you paid really didn't do anything. So to find a credible source for real credit restoration that can literally help, you know, clean up your credit, it puts you in a much better position when you're looking at your next home that you're looking at. And Steve, one thing I looked at is, it's not one or two people either. I'm talking about individuals to where, you know, they're running companies. Some of these individuals was in the gym where we were, and these were people who some had millions of dollars, but guess what? They were looking for ways that they had messed a few things up on credit, because it happens, you know, it happens due to your business may go offline at one point, or you may get over leveraged and have to move some money and not pay some bills. And your business, if your business doesn't survive, your life doesn't survive. So you find yourself not paying certain things to make your lifestyle move forward, and you figure your cash flow is going to make up for it, but you're overpaying for everything. And so I felt that, you know, whether a person is doing great financially or they're going through some struggles, credit is something we can no longer be at a point to not look at. You know, it's a necessity. And if you don't think it's a necessity, again, it's like our savings program for our bills. You're going to overpay for everything that you're doing, not even realizing they got you. They're smiling when you're overpaying for what they're doing because they're absorbing that money and taking it in. So, man, I see it as, and then I've seen some individuals around the credit repair industry go on to earn millions of dollars because, again, we're not talking to people about something that they don't need. We're talking to them about something that is a part of their life. It will always be a part of their life. And if they don't maintain it, you know, it's going to hurt them in the future at some point. And you don't really know that you need credit until the day that you apply for something.
Right.
And then it's too late. So, man, I'm ecstatic about it. I'm super, you know, focused and excited about rolling it out. So I'm here, man. I'm really feeling that this is going to be the nitro already in a rocket that we got running.
That's awesome. And I know that you had said you'd referred people, you know, to help them get their credit repaired before, and they paid $1,500, $2,000. And you didn't make any money on that. You were just trying to help them out.
That's correct.
Yeah. And you're going to find that with any really professional company, it's going to cost that kind of money. Well, Keisha has really done something amazing for us, folks. We're able to bring people on. They need to be a member first, of course, but they can get started with a consultation and an action plan. And I did this myself. Now, one caveat I want to mention is in Georgia, we cannot charge people for credit restoration. Only that one state where I live in. So I paid for a consultation and I had to do it myself. But Keisha gave me an action plan. And, you know, I went through a divorce about 4 or 5 years ago. And when that happened, and many of you, anybody ever known anybody who's gone through that? It can really mess up your credit. And, you know, after that, I've got cash flow. I'm a successful business owner. I'm helping people make money. I'm making a small percentage. I'm successful. I've got cash flow. And I'm just like, you know, I don't care about credit. Well, guess what happened? I was like, I don't need credit. I have cash. My son, he's at University of Georgia. He wanted to go get into an apartment and he's going to pay for it because he's working. But when I went and I started to apply, I said, you know what? They're not going to approve me. I said, can I pay cash for this apartment? They said, no, you can't pay cash. I said, why can't I? Look, I'll give you a year of cash right now. Give me the apartment. I'm sorry, we don't do it that way, sir. I'm like, what? So just for that one reason, I'm like, all right, I'm going to go do this myself.
Yep, been there.
Because I'm not out there trying to get credit cards, you know.
Right.
Thank God I don't have any. But, you know, she gave me an action plan. She's guiding me, and it's amazing. And we're going to have tremendous results, right, Keisha?
Absolutely.
Very good. I just want, before we get into the hows and the whats of what you're doing, Keisha, which is so impressive to me, I just feel like this reeks of integrity. Okay. I mean, ever since the first sentence that we spoke together, you're like, we do everything by the book, legally, honestly. We don't cut corners. The people have to be responsible, but we are going to help them. And if they do what they say, by the way, 100% money back guarantee. Have you ever heard of any credit restoration company saying 100% money back guarantee and you never have to give it because you give tremendous service and the people get the results? That's phenomenal.
Absolutely.
Before I get to you here, I know we've got marketers here. Let me share, would y'all like to see the kind of money you can make on a limited basis with this? How many, by show of hands? If you'd like to see the kind of money you can make, put a 1 in the chat. Let's go and see who wants to know how they're going to make money with this credit restoration. Put a 1 in the chat if you do. We got Faith there, Regina, okay, Lee, Angela, Denise, Derek, everybody pretty much putting a 1 in there. Okay, so let me share something with you real quick because this is pretty exciting, okay? Let me get back to my share. Share screen, share. And there we go. Okay. Can you guys see this Excel sheet over here? Can you see this Excel sheet?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. So I'm thinking like, you know, I'm going to put something out and market to 50, 100, 1,000 people, right? Now, how many people out of 1,000 are going to want credit repair? And then a percentage of those are actually going to do it and buy, right? So I'm just being very conservative. Like I'm going to market to 1,000 people. I'm probably going to get, or, you know, 2,000 people. I'm going to get probably 10 customers, 10 people who want to fix their credit. for not having to pay $1,500 or $2,000 out of pocket, $299. Thank you, Keisha. $299. Chris, is that amazing or what? $299. And this is the beautiful part. We have a 10-level compensation plan on this, folks. 10-level unilevel. 10 levels. So it goes right along with our, all of our unilevel, our fast starts. You want to get paid 10 levels, you need 10 referrals in the system. It could be gold, platinum, titanium, doesn't matter. You want to get paid 2 levels, your consultant, 3 levels manager, 5 levels director, 10 levels for executive. Well, look at this. If you help 10 people, you make $100. That's $1,000 by referring 10 customers over to get their credit fixed. Who wants to get their credit fixed? We'll get into this more, but people who want to buy a house, they want to buy a car, they want to get a loan, they want to get credit. They need it. 90 million Americans at least, right there, that need this. 90 million, okay? Now, here's what we did. We multi-leveled this so that those of you who can bring in people who can do mass marketing. I have a guy in the company named Stu. He told me I'm very well versed in this. He said, you're going to have to be able to take on thousands of people a month just for my group. That's what he said, right? So there's some people that will focus in this market. Level 2, folks. Let's say those 10 people help 10 people. They each made $1,000. You're making $15 on level 2. For somebody else referring credit restoration, that's an extra $1,500. Okay. Now look, those 100 help 10, that's 1,000. You make 15 times 1,000, that's $15,000. They help 10 each. That's 10,000. Make 150 grand. They help 10 each. That's 100,000. You make 1.5 million. Now we're going to pay continually on down $2 through 10 levels. Keisha's people are got to get paid. They do their work. They've got systems in place. They've got people they hire. This is one-on-one working with people. And we're paying the money out to you guys. Because why? We want to help 1 million families get out of debt. Isn't that right? Can I get an amen?
Amen.
Amen.
Now, Chris, you say you've heard of people making millions in this industry. So is this far-fetched or is this a potential reality?
That's a reality. It's a reality.
100% a reality.
Absolutely.
Well, Mr. Tyler, I would recognize that voice anywhere. Why don't you chime in on this and just services in general? Maybe talk a little bit about the titanium services that we've just launched and what the services did as you were the owner of your former company. What kind of incomes were you guys paying out just on services monthly? You there, Jeff?
Probably at that level, 300,000 a month at that level, 300,000 a month. But like, we never had a product like credit repair. So this is a game changer.
Why is it a game changer in your humble opinion?
Total a game changer. We never had a product like this.
Mm-hmm. What's a game changer about it? What is exciting about it? Why is
because everyone needs it. We had voice over IP, which was like someone needed it, but like not at the level of credit repair. Nowadays, people need credit repair more than ever.
How many people out of your phone, Jeb, do you think would like to increase their credit score, get out of the 500s up to the 600 to the 7, the 7s to the 8s?
500 to 700.
500 to 700 people.
500.
Pastor Isaiah, how many people on your phone, your Rolodex, do you think would like to have 100 points more on their credit so that they can get better deals?
98%.
And how many people are on your phone?
950.
So you've got 900 potential clients right there. You think it'll be hard to bring 10 in to get their credit fixed?
Don't think
Not
so.
at all. It's an easy.
What about you, Chris?
Very simple, very simple. I got probably about 1,800 in my phone. I would probably say at least same thing, 95%. Would love to have more points on their credit. And it's a no-brainer. It's a no-brainer, but definitely a lot of these individuals will take on this service.
So my thing here with people having an average of 600 people on their phone and saying, if we just get this out to all of them, is 10 customers realistically?
Realistic.
Yeah, absolutely.
And if they have 500 or 600 or 1,000 on their phone, right? If they have 500 or 600,000 on their phone and so on,
That's
this
correct.
can be a huge extra business. This is extra income. By the way, folks, right now, as we roll this out, titaniums and platinums get to go first. But then we will open for the golds. And in order to access this, you will need to be a Savings Highway member. Membership has its privileges. So think about that. Somebody is coming in as a titanium, platinum, or a gold, and they're getting the credit repair. You're getting paid double. The credit repair course, Keisha, let's go back to you. About how long does it take for people to start seeing results? And then how long does it take for their course to continue until, you know, it's pretty much wrapped up and they're where they need to be?
Good question. So it's really hard to answer only because every situation is very unique. Everybody's credit portfolio is going to look very different. However, statistically looking at it, we do offer 100% money back guarantee. If you don't see any results in the first 45 days, you don't want to work with us, we'll give you your money back. If we're following this written action plan, there is absolutely no reason why there should not be movement in that credit score, and we back it. So the average person coming into the program, from the time they get in and get going to the time they're finishing up, graduating, hit their score goals, ready to buy their house, they're looking at about a probably 5-month average. People finish up sooner than that, of course. However, you do have some people that's going to linger longer than that. So the great thing about the comp plan is you're getting paid as long as they stay in the credit repair.
Yes, and let me go over that, folks. There's the monthly. I mean, this is an incredible way that we try to make things affordable for the masses. And remember this phrase, everybody, and somebody write it down in the chat. Serve the masses, dine with the classes. Okay? Serve the masses, dine with the classes. So instead of charging people $1,500, $200, $2,000 up front, it's only $299 and $129 per month for that 5 or 6 months. And at that point, how much could they save just on a house or a car just for having that, you know, say 100-point boost?
And it is astounding. So the average 30-year fixed mortgage from someone that's rated as a good credit score versus someone that's rated on the fair side, based on just a $300,000 house, we're not talking about $1 million home, can pay upwards of $200,000 more in interest over the life of that 30-year loan, just for having bad credit. We're talking the same price of the home. We're talking the same type of loan outside of credit score. Literally, credit score is costing them a whole nother home.
Wow. And what about cars?
Oh man, cars anywhere. I mean, just you think on a car, $10,000 more because you are financing at such a low credit score. And I always tell people, don't ever think they can't get you financed. They can get you financed and they will make you think they're doing you a favor.
Right.
However, you're doing them a favor because you are fattening the pockets of these financial institutions who thrive off and get paid extra bonuses for low credit people. So you are paying $10,000 more, $20,000 more for a car, the same car.
Wow. You know, Steve, a lot of dealerships in Oklahoma City when I was there, the main 5 dealerships in Oklahoma City, all of the buy here, pay here lots that was in that city, they own them as well. So they were hitting you in the head in one area, and then if you couldn't afford it where they were, then they sent you to the buy here, pay here, but it really beat you up. So man, that's 100% true. I've seen that so very many times. Keisha, you're 100% correct.
And it's really sad for those that are in predicaments where my credit's not where it needs to be, but my motor just blew. I have to get financing for a new car. And they walk in, they know I'm signing my name and I'm paying double for this car, but I have to transport my family. What else do I do? It's a really bad predicament.
Steve, may I also add this? What I really love, what Keisha's doing and what Savings Highway Global is bringing to everyone on here and in the future is absolutely educational piece. I teach economics, and one of the things, just for example, student loan debt, if I would use that just for a moment. If they go out and say, let's make your student loans free, people not understand the economics of that, 6% of that money being out for government spending, if you will go back to the people that got the money to pay it off. And people are being misled, just like she's saying here. This is an ongoing education. Savings Highway Global truly want to go where we live. We want to teach, educate, teach a man or a woman how to feed themselves so that once you get your credit straightened, you don't go back and make those mistakes again. You change those habits. You learn about how money works. You learn how this economy works. You learn how these things happen for you. And you'll never, this is what I learned a long time ago. I could never be broke another day in my life because I learned how to get myself out of it. And nobody can ever take the knowledge that you're going to learn here, ladies and gentlemen, just in this piece alone will set you up for a lifetime. So thank you, Keisha. Thank you, Steve. Thank you for everyone, George, everyone that brought this together. Because education, financial education is so sorely needed.
And everybody, I want to introduce you to the gentleman who's just speaking. This is Tim Jones. He's our Director of Member Relations in the company. Many of you may have texted with him or spoken with him, and now you get to see him. But he's my brother from another mother. We talk almost every day, and we have for the last few years, and he's been here to help guide this company as well. Another powerful leader. And previously, he built a team of over 40,000 members, and he's got thousands in his organization here with us. But he is a consummate business professional that is working to help everybody in this company every single day. So I'd like everybody to give it up for Tim. Put a little emoji or a smiley face or something in the chat for Tim. We really appreciate you, Tim, so much. And we've got so many great leaders and such a great family here. Derek Taylor, I don't know if you're able to speak, but I did make you co-host.
I'm right here, Coach.
All right, brother. How you doing, man?
I'm doing fantastic. I'm loving me some Savings Highway Global. Why? Because I got paid today, buddy. And congratulations, Keisha. You sound like a very fine person, and you have a phenomenal company. Because we are growing and because we have thousands of members, can you imagine if you put a 3x5 card in those members' hands and they can go, not talking about Savings Highway Global, but just talking about making money, saving money, and credit repair. Not to mention any names on anything, but we can flood the market. We can flood our individual markets. Not only can we gather new representatives, new members, we can also gather new customers.
We have a system in place currently to do. When we do our free consultations, that's where everybody starts. They come in, they pick a date, time and date, and we hold their free consultation where we're talking about their credit, we're talking about their expectations of the program and how things work. And at that moment, they have to identify themselves, whether or not they're a Savings Highway Global member. If they are, we identify their usernames. That way, obviously, Steve and the leadership team can track that information. The important reason of identifying yourself as a Savings Highway Global member is because you're getting a Savings Highway Global pay structure. And that's the one thing that excites me about this partnership is I get to help so many people. I get to relieve so many people of the stigma and the shame that is associated with not having a good credit score. And then I get to see you guys smile because you guys are getting bank for it. I mean, it's an amazing partnership. So I want to take the worry off of your plates as far as identifying them as a Savings Highway Global member, and the weight off your plate of feeling like, well, I don't know credit repair. How in the world am I going to sell this? How am I going to talk about it? I want to dive into that a little bit because I want to keep it as simple as possible for you. Credit repair is a very sensitive subject. You guys, you're marketers, you understand the emotion behind discussing someone's finances.
Yes.
So the biggest things that draw people, without you saying, do you have a bad credit score, which is going to come off wrong, is introducing them to the product. We have a great product that offers a money back guarantee on credit repair. Is that something that could benefit you? So you mentioned the money back guarantee. They're going to increase your score in 45 days, money back guarantee. It's amazing. Free consultation. It's no risk. We don't collect any money up front. We don't collect any money until they're actually agreeing to move through the program. So just get the free consultation. If you feel like you don't need it, then you don't need it.
Yeah.
But that gives us an opportunity to really, and I hate to say sell them, but expose them on their need for the program. Like, you get them to us and we'll take care of closing it and making sure you're getting paid. Money back guarantee, free consultation. They get a written credit action plan. Like, no credit repair companies do this.
Yeah.
Why? Because they don't want to be held liable for what they said in a consultation. They want you to forget about what they promised you in a consultation. We make no promises that we cannot back. We ask that you guys do the same. If you're not sure of something, please don't promise it, because that's where chargebacks happen, where people are saying, I was told one thing and you're delivering on something else. Just get them to us. Use your amazing techniques that has gotten you this far as executive leaders, and let us close them down for you. So money back guarantee, free consultation, written credit action plan. They're only paying for the plan as they use it. We're not charging them for 8 months up front, and they're only in the plan for 5.
Keisha, let's talk there about the monthly touch points. And this is one of the things that was so important from a marketing standpoint. I said, why don't you ever have chargebacks? You say, because we have these monthly touch points, and you're doing it with me as well. So tell me a little bit, everybody, a little bit about that, because I think this is one of the crucial parts of this product.
Absolutely. So as a customer moves through the cycle, they enroll, we get them set up, we take care of all of the disputing. They don't send any letters to creditors. We'll do that for them. 30 days, we know it takes the credit bureaus about 30 days.
And wait, you also get on the phone and do some pretty awesome high-level negotiations, don't you?
Yeah, if they need negotiating on their behalf with their creditors to settle a debt. I mean, we know from experience, a lot of these debtors, consumers don't know this, they will settle for pennies on the dollar. I'm talking a $15,000 debt, and can you pay $200? But for a consumer, they're going to try to get you for half of it, or at least 45% of it. We know better than that. So we're able to guide the consumer.
I just did it. I just did it with like 3 of them, buddy.
Steve is like living proof. I mean, major debt, and you're talking settling it for hundreds of dollars.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So
I'm living proof.
Yeah.
Wow.
Mhm.
So the greatest thing with these touchbacks is every month we want to pull a new credit report. We want to see what's dropped off, what's trending. If we had to have the customer open maybe a new account to build some credit, we want to see the impact that it's having on the score, and we want to be able to discuss that with them. A part of education is, okay, well, why did my credit just drop? What did I do wrong? You didn't do anything wrong. You actually did it right, but it may take a little time to rebound from it, or the creditor is lagging and hasn't updated it, so that's why you didn't see the jump. We're educating them on what makes your score fluctuate the way it does, even positive things. They're saying, all I did was this, and I got 75 points. And we're educating them as to why that happens. So we meet with our clients and we give them monthly updates so that they're always informed of what's going on with their credit scores and their credit profile. And because of that constant nurturing, it reduces also the amount of chargebacks that you have because they don't feel like they're left in limbo.
Mhm.
They're always hearing from us. They're getting credit repair email tips. We're reaching out throughout their portal to message them because we may have a question or we just want to check on them. Hey, it's Monday. How are you doing? So we try to make sure we engage in a lot of nurturing and hand holding around a subject that a lot of people, until they are faced with it, really don't care about it. Most people don't care about credit until they're faced with needing credit. So we want to make sure that we keep it in the forefront for them and build that camaraderie as we're educating them how to not get back into the situation, but we're also fixing and restoring where they currently are. And it makes a huge impact in chargebacks, huge.
Can we, before we wrap up here, can you cover some of the, I know some of the people, a lot of the people that actually work with you now were clients, right? And they changed their lives and like, I want to do this for a living, right? And can you give us some of the testimonials that you've seen without giving people's names? Give some of the testimonials of what your company has been able to do and help people with, Keisha.
Absolutely. Credit repair is like working out. Again, it is not nothing fancy about it. It's not pretty. It's mentally debilitating sometimes when you feel like you've gotten in such a rut. Some people feel like that I just can't get out of it. I don't know what to do. It's going to cost me so much money. So to be able to take somebody from where they start with that type of animosity towards their financial situation and have them graduate through this profile to where by the time that we're done, they're talking to myself or their assigned consultants about credit repair and regurgitating stuff. And they're like speaking eloquently about it. Like, and I always tell people like, my mission is not even to like repair credit. My mission is to create credit experts. Credit experts not only are going to now maintain their financial situation, they're going to talk to other people about doing the same. And that's how you create a cycle of improvement. Mm-hmm. You want to get people so passionate about something that they once despised that they may not want to open a credit repair business. They may not want to come work for me, though I do get way more inquiries about that than what we can even staff right now. But I always tell people, whether you directly work for credit repair or not, you always work for credit repair, because you always have a voice for someone who knows less than you now, because you are so much more aware and educated about something that you once perceived as, like the devil. It's just like when people come to us in these consultations, they are so remorse to even be, and we always say, look, I don't know you, just be open and honest with us. That's the only way I can help you. Full disclosure, I've been there, and we try to share our stories, and a lot of my employees are able to say, I started in this program. Like, my credit was worse than yours. And now look at me. I'm helping other people build a stable financial future.
What are some of the jumps that you've seen with clients, like some of your success stories?
Oh gosh. So the best success stories is when somebody's credit moves 75 plus points in a month.
Wow.
They are ecstatic. And I'm not talking it costs them thousands of dollars. That's, right. I think what blows people's mind is all I did was educate you. And like Steve said, guide you, you executed on it, and look at you now. They are like the biggest ones. The other biggest ones are single moms who start out crying because they want so bad to provide stability for their children, even single fathers. I shouldn't say just single mothers. They always dreamt of this like home buying experience, and they feel like they're kind of on the back burner because my credit's shot. I'm trying to get everything straight, but I'm only making this. And to not only be able to fix their credit, but to be able to restore it and even help them with financial management of their current bills and assets and liquid monies. It's phenomenal. It's so rewarding, the lives that you can change with this kind of information. So for you guys to have the reach that you have with these already built networks, some people are saying I got 1,500 people on my phone and 95% of them can benefit from this. that is huge for what you're doing. And we all know you help people, you will financially benefit from it. If we just focus on driving the people into this, we're all going to financially benefit. I don't even worry about that. But it's the impact that you can positively make on somebody's life that means so much to you.
That's true. That's true. And this is a good thing. I'm very excited about it. We're getting questions about who's going to be able to qualify. So when we roll things out, we start with our titaniums and our platinum partners. You guys can test it out. We'll probably have a waiting list, but we'll make this available. You'll get a text, you'll get an email. We'll give you a form to fill out. How many of you, by the way, are interested in right now? And I want to be somebody who gets my credit up, 75, 100 points. Put a 2 in the chat. If you're personally interested, put a 2 in the chat. Okay, we're seeing the 2s coming in. All right,
they're rolling.
And how many of you feel like somebody personally that you would like to help them with their credit? Put a 3. At least 1 or 2 or 3 or 5 or 10 or 20 or 50 people. Look at the 3s there coming in. So see, we can use this ourselves. We can become a product of the product.
Mm-hmm.
Refer 3 and yours is free. You paid $2.99, you refer 3, you just made $300. That's not bad, is it? But just imagine as that goes 10 levels, how much money you can make too, right? I believe we will have people, Keisha, that will personally bring you 500, 1,000 clients. One person will do that. Because we have people right now that refer hundreds of members to Savings Highway. Just because they're serious, that's all.
Yeah.
They treat it like a business, right? This is great. We got one more great leader. Lee Carnegie is on here, and we had a pleasure of meeting in person and doing some martial arts together as well. Lee, what's your take on this as we close out tonight?
Absolutely, Steve. Thank you so much. We had an awesome time doing martial arts. I appreciate you taking it easy on me because yours is a lot higher level than mine. But thank you for just listening to the leaders and just always looking to make this company better and adding services like this credit repair service. And Keisha, awesome information you've been sharing. Your spirit and the way you run your company seems to be right in line with our SHG spirit. So I'm looking forward to this and excited about the partnership for sure. I've been a real estate broker, a lot of for 17 years. And when I first started my career, I sold a lot of homes to new home buyers or first-time home buyers. And I came into contact with a lot of them, many of them. That was really the first thing that I had to do as to not waste my time or theirs. Really, it's just kind of get an idea what the financial picture looked like. And many times they were not in position credit-wise to even get financed. So I was constantly referring them. I had a couple of credit repair sources that I could refer them to so that they could get themselves together and, 5-6 months later, then be in position to come back and buy. So, it's going to be huge having this now as a part of our portfolio to offer this. And, Tim mentioned it, and Keisha, of course, you spoke about it as well, the financial education piece that is just tremendously needed out here because it's kind of like a diet, it's with fixing credit without getting the financial education piece is like going on a diet, then the diet is going to end and you end up gaining weight again. If you don't learn what it takes to keep your credit in a good standard, you end up making some of the same mistakes you made in the past that caused your credit to be down in the first place. So I'm very excited. I appreciate the time to share a little bit here and just looking forward to just building on this partnership and helping as many people as we can get this credit together so we can use other people's money when we're doing business and things of that nature. So I'm excited about it. Thank you so much, Keisha. Thank you, Steve. And I'll turn it back over to you, sir.
Well, thank you, Lee. And, he just gave you guys and ladies out there, I don't know if you caught it, one of my mentors said, have elephant ears.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think possibly real estate agents might be good prospects to bring into this business?
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what the yellow pages are? Do you know they're online? Do you see people who are out there marketing their real estate? All of them need to help people fix their credit so they can buy a house. So if I were you with this particular product, I would go sign up 100 real estate agents. And by the way, do they also need to pay less on their car insurance? Do they also need dental, vision, legal, roadside, teledoc, all the things we just put in the titanium package? Do they also want to make money? Are they also marketers? Are also hustlers? Are they serious business professionals? Thanks for that, Lee.
Yes, sir.
Keisha, final words?
Final words to just remember when you're talking to people about it, that credit repair is a very empathetic type of situation. Anytime you're talking about somebody's finances, especially when they know they're not in a good place, don't overpromise. Money back guarantee, free consultation. They do all your disputes for you. That's just key things that you would need to say to drive people through the doors. And they're going to educate you along the way. I've heard amazing things about this team. I'm almost scared about how many people you guys are going to refer, but I look forward to the challenge.
Absolutely. God bless everybody. Thank you. This has been recorded. We'll take the essence of it, get it out to everybody. And you're going to have, just in the next few days here, you'll be able to we're going to send out a thing. You can tell us if you're interested. We're going to take first come, first serve as we get this started. Titanium's first, platinum's next. And then after we get this going, yes, you'll be able to sign somebody up, a gold member, $20. Now they can access this credit restoration.
Wow. Wow. Wow.
Excellent.
That is awesome.
Let's roll.
Let's give ourselves a round of applause and thank God for this awesome vision and awesome team. Have a great night, everybody. We'll see you over the top. Bye-bye.
Thank you, guys.